anxiety, depression. When do I need help? So this is a question I get asked quite often. And in and of itself, it's actually a big question to answer in a small. Um, but I'll just try and make it as compact as possible. So all in all, anxiety and depression is emotions, which is not bad. Emotions are not good or bad. They are. And once we start looking at emotions from a different point of view, we actually start looking at anxiety and depression differently. So the main thing is we need to understand that anxiety and depression is not a bad thing. It's when it starts consuming you that it becomes a bad thing. So how do you know? Well, we all go through ups and downs in life. It's normal. It's not a bad thing. The thing is, when you wake up day after day and you literally cannot go through the day without feeling like you cannot stop being depressed or you cannot stop your anxiety from really interfering with anything that you do throughout the day, then it's a big problem. So the main thing is you need to start learning how when you feel anxious or when you feel depressed, to ask yourself or sort of check in with yourself as to how badly is it affecting me now? Should I get it checked out and work on it right now? Or can I still leave it for a day or two? The main thing is when it's day after day, you should have gotten help when it was like 1 or 2 days long instead of a week long. If it's consuming you for a day, oh, it's okay. When it consumes you for 2 days, I would say when it becomes the second day that you just cannot get yourself out of it, you need to get out. Because when it gets to the time when it is 5 or 6 or 7 days long, the chances are good it's going to keep on for weeks. And that is a bad spot to get yourself out of. It's not a good thing to try and do it yourself when you're in so deep, because chances are you're going to make more damage than you're actually going to do good. So it's more harm than good. And when you're in that deep spot, it will not just be yourself that's affected. You will be affecting your husband and your children. Your whole household will be affected by it. So the main thing is we need to start looking at ourselves and checking in with ourselves in the morning. And not see it as a bad thing when you wake up and you really just don't feel yourself, because then you're already setting yourself up to have a very miserable day. If you're not feeling well, yes, it's okay. But it's not okay to allow yourself to stumble deeper into it throughout the day. You need to learn mechanisms and coping skills so that you can actually sort of help yourself, just sort of lift yourself out of it. And these are things that I work with my clients. There's so many different techniques, and we need to find the right type one that works for you as an individual. I don't see clients and I don't use a specific blueprint because we're all different. We've all been through different things in life. That is why it's highly important to really not see yourself as the same as anybody else. And that is also why a lot of medications don't always work as well, because it will work for one and it will work for another one, but it won't work for you. So my approach is more holistic. We work more from the spiritual side, more from a biblical point of view. And by getting things in life a little bit more structured in order for you to have less depression days and less anxieties. So yeah, that is me in a nutshell, and that is sort of a small answer to a big, big, big question, because anxiety and depression is huge, and there's so many different depressions. There is so many different anxieties that it is really it's not an easy thing to answer in short, but I hope this sort of helps you to just know that when you get to 1 or 2 days of not feeling well, to actually reach out for help. do not let it go for 5, 6, 7 days, because then you're in trouble. So the main thing is also you need to definitely speak up when you start having self-harm thoughts, which is your suicidal thoughts, your suicidal ideation, they call it. Those are very, very, very red neon signs that you need help, and you should have gotten it like a week, 2, 3 weeks, maybe a month ago already. So self-help, self-harm thoughts are extremely bad, and they've got a knack to get stuck. So if you don't get yourself out of it and you don't have somebody to talk to, you can send me a message anytime. I'm here to speak to you and send me a message back. I will talk to you. But please don't just leave it. Just within this last week, I have seen at least 3 or 4 reports of mothers that committed suicide and took out all her kids with her. And that leaves a big hole to the family. And a lot of people don't understand suicide as much. And the thing is, it's really just a bad thing that gets stuck on it. In the fact that for the person that actually commits suicide, they honestly believe that's the only option they have in life. And we need to understand that when you get those thoughts, if you do not reach out and speak to somebody, you are going to see that there is no other option. But the fact is, there is so many good people out there that all they want to do is help people. They want to talk to you out of your situation. They want to guide you out of the situation. They want to help you out of the situation. And by you not reaching out and getting the help, you're actually stopping somebody from blessing you. You are stopping them from being a blessing. And that is why it's important for us to not just see it as your only option. We need to understand there is more to life, and there is people, there is good people out there. So many good people that we cannot just stop. Even though it sometimes feels like there is just no other way. There is always another way. So that is how my work almost sets me apart, in the sense that we work through spiritually, which I feel it's better to work from the inside out. So to work from the spirit to the outside. So we use biblical principles. I don't work in any specific church denomination. I work from my Bible. My Bible is my handbook. We do counseling, which is healing the past. And then we do the coaching, which is setting yourself up for your bright future. So I do it in a very holistic way. And we work from where you are at the moment. Because we're never that broken. And we always feel more broken than we actually are. Because in a sense, life has just allowed us to knock ourselves down so badly, because that's what we as mothers do. We're always the last to look after ourselves. And that's just the way we've been sort of taught throughout life. And it really doesn't have to be that way. We do need to also take care of ourselves. So I want to invite you, if you are having any struggles with any thoughts that is bad for you, if you are really struggling with your depression or anxiety, send me a message. That's why I'm here. That is my passion, is to help mothers, because a happy mommy makes a happy home. So that is me, Des, from Majestic Mariposa Coaching. And if you have not yet joined my support group on Facebook is called The Mental Mamahood. May you all have a lovely day further. Bye now.